Hello everyone, it's Michelle again coming to you live. I just want to come and just first say welcome to March 2nd. We're in the third month of a new year. We're about to end the first quarter of the year. Can you guys believe it? It's like it's flying by. I did want to come take some time to talk to you all about loyalty. It has really been on my mind. I don't know if you guys follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, but I have been doing some posts in regards to loyalty and integrity. Recently, I have been really affected, impacted, and every other word that you can think of in regards to loyalty. And I will be totally transparent with you guys right now that I have really been in an emotional state of mind. But thanks to the Lord and some friends and a great support system, I was able to come out of it. But it just brought to my attention, what is loyalty? We use it a lot. People say, oh, I'm loyal. I got your back. I'm supporting you. I'm supportive of you. But when the time comes for them to really put that word into action, how often do you see people really stand behind the definition of loyalty? Now, I did, me, just making sure that my facts are always on target. I did the true definition according to Merriam-Webster of loyalty. And it reads, the state or quality of being loyal, faithfulness to commitments or obligations. Okay, first things first. Faithfulness to commitments or obligations. We find that to be something simple that we can take very lightly, but we need to not take it lightly. That is serious. Faithfulness, everybody knows that you being committed to something, you are invested in something. It has your attention. That's where your passion is or your desire. You want to do well. For example, we could take a commitment. If you signed up to pay a car note, your commitment was when you signed the dotted line that for the next 3 years, you was going to pay XYZ. So that's a brief example. You committed to paying that car payment. Loyalty also goes hand in hand with those commitments. When you are loyal to someone, basically you're telling that person, I'm going to use a relationship because that's how I was affected by it, is in relationship status, which most of us probably can relate to loyalty in regards to relationship. So you can agree with me if this makes sense to you. But for me, I was in a relationship where I gave and I poured into a particular individual. I also was there. I don't take the word loyalty or faithful lightly. If I'm committed to you, I'm invested in you. I am willing, voluntarily investing my time, my attention, my awareness, everything into this relationship. Because I feel like if I committed to that and we are exclusive, then guess what? You have my commitment. And it's not necessarily an obligation to me, like the example of the car note. A relationship is something that I chose to do. I elected to be a part of this. I was coherent in my right mind, and I decided to get involved with this particular individual. So by me doing that, everything that I have, all of my love, whether it's my finances, everything I am going to pour into the improvement, into the progression of that relationship, if you guys follow me. Because I was so loyal and faithful and committed to this individual, I did allow myself to enable this individual. I do not think that this individual did not also or was not also loyal to me. I'm pausing, as you guys can see, because I want to say the right things the right way, because I never want to put words in someone's mouth or have a false sense of intent, if that makes sense to you. Anyway, I don't think that this person wasn't being disloyal all the time. However, 100% of the time, like I was, this particular person was not. Short story, quick version. We end up separating, and as many know, when you're investing in someone and you're in love with someone, a separation, a division, it's always hard. If you really care about the person and the person care about you, it's not. We don't have to go and do the song and dance. Everybody knows it can be heartbreaking. It can just be a difficult transition adjustment to what you need to do. So, with that being said, this particular individual, definitely has reached a level of progression, embarking upon different exciting and celebratory things in their life. I'm, for one, I'm still a cheerleader. I'm very excited. I'm very happy for the individual because I'm never going to be unhappy at someone who's reaching success. I'm not a hater. So I definitely celebrate people. Whoever you are, you can be my worst enemy, but if God's blessing you and you find yourself moving up and you're growing and you're maturing, I'm going to be the first one to give a round of applause, to have some pom-poms and cheer you on. I feel like that's very important. And it's also a part of my faith that I do believe that you don't tear people down, you build them up, even if they have torn you down. So, anyway, that was a sidebar. Back from the commercial break. So, this person now is showing signs of improvement and things of that nature. Now, where I got really hurt in the process, and again, I'm going to be transparent with you guys, my feelings from an emotional side were very hurt. I felt stepped on. Why? Because I hadn't invested all of this into this person. Love, attention, time, money, growth, encouragement, inspiration. I'm planning to have a future together. And when it's taken away from you, and now that this person is going on to pursue these things without you, loyalty came into my mind. Loyalty hit home. Loyalty is what I have been on for the past week. And I say that because in my mind, people always say, I'm loyal. Are you really loyal? Do you know the power that's behind the word loyal? Are you faithful and committed to the obligations that you have, to the relationship that you have? Regardless of if you feel like you have reached a certain level of success, did you forget about the one who helped you, who was there in the thick, who was there in the thin, who was there in the highs, and who was there in the lows, the good and the bad and the ugly? When you didn't have anything, now that you got it all, why would you allow? And you guys, please respond back to this, because these are some questions that even I ask. And of course, I prayed about it first. I have prayed about it, and I'm still continuing to pray on it. However, why would you allow someone else to come in and reap the reward and benefit of your success and leave the person who stayed loyal and faithful to you for many years to not even be present for it, to not even care if that person is a part of it? I find it hard to believe. Now, it could be my crazy way of thinking. It could be emotions. I really try to put emotions to the side because this is not an emotional matter. But emotions will come into play, but you have to learn to control your emotions. But now, that's my question. How can you sit back and say I'm loyal to you because we were in a relationship and we were committed, and now that you have reached a point of a different quality of life, that person who was your support, your base, your rock, when you was crying at night, when you didn't know where to turn, not even get the opportunity to experience, not even get a hey, thank you, man, or hey, look where I'm at, to even celebrate with you. But a total stranger who does not know you the way that the supportive person knows you intimately, physically, emotionally, spiritually, respectfully, and all of these things that we can put into this pot, inherit the benefit. Now, I use the analogy, and I know some people may decide to disagree or may take offense to this, but I think about famous artists. You have your Leonardo da Vinci, Van Gogh, Monet. You have so many artists, and they took time to put into their masterpieces, their artwork, painting stroke by stroke to get it right. Would they give credit to someone else after all that hard work? No. Mozart, Beethoven, creating musical masterpieces. When they finish, after the blood, sweat, and tears, would they just hand it over and say, oh no, you can take credit for this? I highly doubt it. Jesus, God, created the heavens and the earth. He formed it. Is he giving credit to anybody? Absolutely not. It is written. He spoke it, and it was so. And he said, my work, mine, that's personal, work is finished. And he rested. So for me, when I know that I have put in great works, and I know that I have invested, and I have loved, and I'm not giving up, I'm not going to allow someone else just to take the credit. Now, you will say, well, Michelle, how is that so? Because you're dealing with people. This is not something that you painted or a musical piece or something that someone may can copyright or not have patent or have you. You're dealing with a person. Well, very, very true. That's a very valid question. I've gotten it. I've thought about it myself. However, let me tell you the difference. The difference is, even though it is a person, the principle doesn't change. And I just believe, with love, with being in the will of God, and also believing in yourself and having confidence in yourself, no matter how weak that you may be going through this time, loyalty does not change. To be loyal is a principle. To have integrity is a principle. It doesn't take anyone coming to do anything differently that says they're going to be loyal. Only thing that comes with that is the word. And what I mean by that is keeping that commitment, keeping that faithfulness and that promise to remain loyal. Please have this feedback with me, talk back with me. As you guys can see, this is just the first part. I have so much more that I can go in depth, but I'll be with you for an hour. So I just want to give you a little snippet of where my head was at. I want you guys to dialogue back with me. I want this to be very open forum. I'm sure I'm not the only one who's been feeling like this, who may be going through something, and you need to hear this. You may have something that can edify me and help me. I definitely hope that everything that I'm doing will help you. But just think about that for a second. But I'm going to leave you with the question. And the question is, if you have invested your time, your love, your money, being supportive, would you not protect your investment? Think on that. I would love to hear your views and opinions on it. Have a very blessed day, and we will meet back here very soon. I'll see you guys later. Don't forget, think on it and reach back out to me.